They hit me up. Gaga is doing a salsa number. We would love for you to make a dress.
That's designer Raul Lopez, who designed Lady Gaga's dress for her Super Bowl appearance last weekend. That on-camera interview was with CBS News New York, but he also did a print interview with The Gothamist, where he revealed when he was contacted to make Gaga's dress. He says, "I woke up at like 4:30 a.m. and received a text message from Lady Gaga's stylists, Chloe and Chanel, being like, call me now." That was right before Grammy weekend. Right before Grammy weekend? Yeah, so the Grammys were on Sunday, February 1st. So yeah, right before Grammy weekend would be like Monday, January 26th to like, Friday, January 30th. Yeah, so Chloe and Chanel contacted them about like 7 to 10 days before that dress needed to be designed, created, and shipped to San Francisco to be in their hands for Saturday. So not only did that reveal the tight timeline that Raul had to create this dress in, it also reveals how late in the process Bad Bunny asked Lady Gaga to be part of this show.
I always keep everything secret, and
we got some laughs and people are like, yeah, that's true.
Like, unless Chloe and Chanel forgot they had to get a dress, made for Gaga for the Super Bowl, which, yeah, right. And yeah, if that was the case, then Gaga wouldn't have written a glowing post about them the day after the Super Bowl. Or the only other circumstance I could see would be if they were originally working with another fashion house, and then, that fell through, or just wasn't going well, and they decided, 7 to 10 days out to go with somebody else, and that's when they called Raul. But then I can poke holes in that theory, too, because when they went to Raul, they originally said they wanted the dress in yellow, and then they changed their mind and wanted it in blue. And if you'd already been working with another fashion house, I think you would have been already worked out those details, what color it was supposed to be. You wouldn't be switching at that point. So, yeah, the only explanation for this is the reason that they contacted Raul less than 2 weeks before the Super Bowl was because Gaga was only asked to be in the Super Bowl 2 weeks out. Yeah, and it goes along with what we know of the coming together of the show, Bad Bunny's halftime show. After Bad Bunny was announced as the headliner on September 28th, he took some time to come up with his vision.
After 2 weeks or 3 weeks figuring out, I had the idea of what I wanted to put on the shows.
Yeah, so now we'd be in like mid-October, and meetings would start between Bad Bunny and his team and Tribe Inc., who's the production company that's put on the halftime show the last 20 years. Yeah, so he'd be giving, the idea of how he wants to bring Puerto Rico onto that field, the sugarcane fields where he grew up, and the storefronts, and addressing Puerto Rico's poor electrical grid. Bruce Rogers, one of the heads of Tribe Inc., told Wired after the Super Bowl, generally, the artist concept for the halftime show gets approved around Thanksgiving, so the blueprint is set, so to speak. Then the team has a couple months to fabricate, source set pieces, and figure out all the logistics. This time around, it wasn't approved till around the New Year, partially because of negotiations between what Bad Bunny was hoping for, those carts full of vegetation, and the solution the Rogers provided, which was hundreds of costumed extras instead. Bruce says is very dramatic and intense. Around the New Year, so that's like January 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And then, so the plan gets approved, so the production team has to, go like crazy to start getting all this stuff made in a month.
We're working with a lot of very creative people, very talented people. There's a lot of people working on these, and we've been working for months.
I would assume that you would have the guests set by then, and we don't know when Ricky Martin was brought into the mix. It could be completely separate from Gaga. He could have been added very early on. We don't know. But yeah, Gaga was asked by Bad Bunny for a few weeks later, and it does fit with what the Grammys executive producer Ben Winston said in his post-Grammy interview with Rolling Stone.
Gaga was unsure whether she was going to be able to do this show this year. She was in Japan until Friday. I think she landed back into LA on Saturday morning.
Whoa.
Yes, the Grammy nominations came out on November 8th, and Gaga scored 7 nominations. So yeah, that's when the Grammy producers put out their offers to artists that were nominated if they want to perform on the show. So yeah, Gaga initially said yes, knowing that her tour dates meant that she's going to be in Tokyo till the Friday night before the Sunday Grammys. But she said yes initially to performing.
So there was one point a few weeks before the show that we thought we might have to lose her from the show because she just was like, I just don't see how I can.
So yeah, with a few weeks to go, nothing changed with her tour schedule-wise. But now it makes sense. Yeah, that would have been, she was asked by Bad Bunny to be in the Super Bowl. And yeah, probably at that point she was already in Tokyo. So now she's looking at just okay, now I got 4 shows in Tokyo. I haven't rehearsed this Grammys performance yet. That's going to happen on Sunday. And I got to fly back to LA Saturday afternoon and do this on Sunday. And then by Wednesday, I got to be in San Francisco rehearsing this Super Bowl performance that we have done nothing for yet. it is all doable time-wise, but I can see why in that moment you're just thinking, I can't do all this. It's too much to comprehend. So I can see why she had a little bit of a moment of oh, can I do this? But she did it all, and she did it all amazingly, as Gaga does. But yeah, I just find it fascinating that Bad Bunny waited so late in the process to decide he wanted the guest. Now, one of the performers who was dressed as the grass did an interview and revealed that, yeah, when they started rehearsals, which was probably like January 26th, there was just this gap in the performance where Gaga would eventually be.
There was just this point where he stopped singing, and we were like, something's there.
And remember first that Bad Bunny was touring throughout January as well. Like he had 3 dates in Chile, 3 dates in Peru, and 3 dates in Colombia up till January 25th. So yeah, January 26th is probably the first time he was in Levi Stadium kind of rehearsing this thing. And yeah, what I'm thinking is like, that was the first time he really got the show up on its legs and really, had some sets and was kind of run through it like for the first time, like from top to bottom.
Benito!
Obviously he did decide that, something was missing, like whatever it was, for whatever reason, maybe he just thought there wasn't enough energy. Maybe he thought just needed a jolt of energy. It could also been that like he decided it would be nice to have like an English language artist, in there to kind of, I thought it was a really nice moment in terms of showing how English music can be integrated into the Puerto Rican sound in terms of that cohesiveness. So it worked in that kind of regards as well. So yeah, whatever his reason was, he decided I need someone here. It wasn't until he really rehearsed that show that he realized, oh, something's missing here. And enter Gaga.
Didn't know that Lady Gaga was the special guest until Wednesday. No one knew. She kept us late. I think it was like midnight, and she still had us there because she was practicing her line. We saw her sing this so many times.
Yeah, Gaga was not going to be winging this performance that was going to be seen by hundreds of millions of people. That's why Gaga is one of the greats. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. And you never know how quickly that performance came together, and the Grammys performance came together as well. But what do you think of Bad Bunny waiting so late in the process to add Lady Gaga to his Super Bowl halftime show?